A man photographs a creature on an English moor. A family finds two 10-foot-tall beings in their backyard. A doorbell camera records a blue-gray figure in Compton. A hunter's trail cam captures a bulbous-headed figure running through Montana. These are real videos captured by ordinary people showing beings that defy all known categories of life. Welcome to Mysterious Beings Not from Earth Caught on Camera. The question is not whether the footage is authentic. The question is whether you are ready to believe. In early 2011, a YouTube channel called Ivan0135 uploaded footage of a gray humanoid figure with a large head and dark, soul-piercing eyes. In the footage, a creature, later named Skinny Bob, was wearing a tight foam-eater for measuring human height. In other words, Bob was recorded as if in an ordinary examination room. Interestingly, the statometer model did not perfectly match any known vintage design. Either it was a custom-made version, or those who prepared this scene had a different device on hand. In later scenes, Bob was shown seated. From a side profile, he turned his head, even acting as if he was focusing on something. At the edge of the frame, what appeared to be a human arm and part of a jacket were visible. This suggested Bob was not alone in the room. According to the claims, in the uncropped version of the scene, Bob was sitting at a table studying star maps. Seated across from him were officials in period uniforms. When experts examined the video, they detected frame skips, small shakes, and the natural jitter characteristic of a low frame rate. This was the behavior of a real analog camera. Bob's eyelids closed by moving from both the top and the bottom. This detail was very important because, similar to the human eye, they refracted light and covered the eyeball. It would have been completely impossible to achieve such a natural play of light in a puppet or a simple mask mechanism. The videos, collectively known as the Skinny Bob footage, quickly became infamous in UFO and alien forums. For believers, this was the holy grail of UFO evidence. For skeptics, it was too good to be true. But here is where things get genuinely strange. No one has ever been able to confirm where the videos came from or who actually made them. Some analysts have pointed out that the creature's family, shown in one clip, wears what appears to be 1940s or 50s style clothing, adding to the mystery of its origin. Who was Ivan0135, and why did he upload such extraordinary footage and vanish? Those questions may never be answered. The footage he left behind is not the only evidence of strange, thin-limbed beings walking through the night. On June 5, 2025, a woman named Jessica Ortiz in Compton, California, woke up to a notification that her Ring doorbell camera had detected motion at approximately 1 in the morning. She played the 11-second clip, and what she saw was a 3 to 4 foot tall blue-gray creature with an elongated head, a tiny neck that appeared to emerge from its chest rather than its shoulders, and a protruding backbone that gave it a hunched, almost reptilian posture. The creature walks hunched forward through the backyard, its movements slow and deliberate, until it reaches a gate, pushes it open, and exits the frame. Jessica Ortiz said none of her other motion-activated cameras captured the creature that night, which was strange because multiple cameras cover her property, and they usually all trigger when something moves through the yard. Her aunt, who lives next door, reported hearing banging, scratching, and crawling noises on her roof about 30 minutes before the creature was spotted. The video quickly went viral on social media. Some viewers insisted it was a child in a costume. Others suggested it was a person in a blanket or a homeless individual looking for shelter, but these explanations did not hold up, judging by the consistent movement and proportions. Jessica Ortiz insisted the video was not staged, as she had no reason to fabricate such a bizarre clip and was genuinely frightened. The fact that it was only captured by one camera is also puzzling. If it were a person in a costume, why did the other cameras fail to detect it? As of now, the footage is among the most recent and unsettling pieces of alleged alien evidence on the internet. The Compton creature was small and quick, but the next figure was anything but. What was it doing on a dark road in the middle of the night? On September 20th, 2024, a group of travelers was driving at night on the remote Valles Nava Road in Colombia when they encountered something that would make them question their sanity. One of the passengers pulled out a cell phone and began recording the road ahead. As the camera panned across, a humanoid figure stood near the edge, moving in a way that felt very wrong. The figure appears to walk with its arms positioned inside its legs. Its locomotion is unnatural, almost insect-like, as if it is attempting to move like a human but has never quite learned how. Culia Oscura shared the video and many people had something to say. Some suggested the figure could be a person contorting themselves to create a viral video. Others argued the poor quality made identification impossible. But there are aspects difficult to dismiss. The location is remote, making it unlikely someone would be there in the middle of the night just to stage a prank. The travelers who filmed it have never come forward to claim credit for a hoax. They simply uploaded the video and stopped posting. The location of the sighting adds to the mystery. The Huila department sits in southwestern Colombia, nestled between the central and eastern Cordilleras of the Andes. The region is rugged, remote, and steeped in folklore stretching back centuries. Local legends speak of creatures like La Mañona and the Sombreon. Until someone can explain the figure's bizarre movement patterns or prove the footage was staged, it will continue to haunt those who watch it. Colombia's mountains have long been a place of mystery, but the next sighting takes us to the American West, where a hunter's trail camera captured something even more unsettling. A retired police officer named Philip Spencer went out for a morning walk across Ilkham Moor in West Yorkshire, England, never expecting to encounter something that would haunt him for the rest of his life. As Spencer crossed the open moorland, he noticed something ahead on the trail. At first, it looked like a small figure standing in the distance, perhaps a child or a hiker, but as he drew closer, he saw a figure that was about 4 feet tall, dark green in color, with an oversized head and long, thin arms that hung awkwardly at its sides. The creature lifted its arm in a gesture that Spencer should have taken as a warning. Instead, he raised his camera and took a single photograph. Spencer said the creature then ran off and he chased after it. He claimed that as he lost sight of the figure, he suddenly saw a craft rise from the moor. It was whitish, made of 2 saucer-like sections joined together, one stacked on top of the other. He reported a loud humming sound as it lifted into the sky and disappeared. After the encounter, Spencer realized something was wrong. He had walked in a different direction than he had planned and had somehow lost about 2 hours. Even his compass, which he had brought specifically for navigation, was pointing the wrong way. Not long after, he reached out to UFO researchers Jenny Randles and Peter Hove, and the photographs started circulating among experts. A wildlife photographer who examined the image said it didn't match any known animal. Even Kodak lab staff reportedly found no tampering or superimposition. At the same time, other experts, such as U.S. Navy optics specialist Bruce McCabe, said the image was just too grainy to draw any firm conclusions. Then, the case took an even stranger turn in 1988 when Spencer agreed to undergo regressive hypnotherapy. Under hypnosis, his account changed dramatically. Instead of simply seeing the creature, he now described being paralyzed, lifted, and taken into a craft where a voice told him to stay calm. Inside, he claimed he saw green beings performing medical procedures, including inserting objects into his nose and mouth. After these supposed memories flooded back, he reinterpreted the whole encounter. Maybe the creature hadn't been warning him to stay back, but rather waving goodbye to him after he was returned to the moor. A single photograph is one thing, but what about moving images? What about video footage so detailed that it would make even the most hardened skeptic pause?